graduated, elevated. Now it's my time to shine, yeah, let's go. Major moves, power moves, take it to the top one time non-stop.
Hello and welcome to PhD Hardtalk. Thank you so much for wanting to be a guest and have a little discussion with me. So, Dr. Muhammad Khaleel, could you please introduce your research and then we can crack on with the discussion?
Thank you so much, Noma. And this is Dr. Muhammad Khaleel over here. And I am already a PhD. My research topic was on the workplace mistreatment. Currently, I'm working in 2 universities, like as an adjunct assistant professor in East Africa University and scientific researcher in an Italian university. Along with that, I'm helping people in starting their PhDs and those who are in their earlier journey of PhD. I'm helping them with certain training modules, and we are, in one-to-one meeting, we are giving them consultancy. So I have this organization, Research Roof, which is facilitating the researchers, professors, students, and as well as industry.
Okay, thank you very much for that introduction. I guess what I will touch on briefly is your actual research for your PhD, to which I get a lot of questions when it comes to methodology and also the literature review. And I'm sure you've seen on Twitter, we all ask the same question: I can't find the research gap. What advice do you have for somebody who's thinking, I want to start my PhD and, I don't know where to start. How do I identify the research gap and how do I make that conscious decision when it comes to my methodology?
Sit with your friends, colleagues, observe your surroundings to select a research topic, first of all. And to find a research gap, the easiest way, download the 2022 articles. At the last of the article, near the conclusion section, they give the future suggestion. That's the research gap.
Wow. No one's ever said it to me like that. And I like that. Thank you.
Actually, it's I'm saying it's a hack.
So, when it comes to, let's go back to your research then. A moderation-mediation approach is what you decided to go for. So when you were looking at your methodology and your data analysis, how did you make the decisions then to ensure that your research findings, they were worthy of a PhD?
That's quite, I would say clear that when you're reading an article, you can see over there that researchers are doing their analytical findings on the tools, which are familiar in the market. So SPSS, Smart PLS is being used and MOS is being used. So my analysis was based on Smart PLS.
Okay.
It was a new model actually. So Smart PLS is a wonderful software when you're running the structural equation modeling. It's a variance-based approach. So it is reliable software. Existing researchers like Hire, Ringel have validated this tool. So it was not difficult for me to select a tool because I was doing the structural equation modeling. So Smart PLS was one of the best software available in the market.
Okay, so what made you want to do a PhD, to go into the PhD world? What influenced you?
I believe so that majority of the PhDs have something in common to explore. That's what make them to go for the PhD. But yeah, for the career advancement in the, at some stage you need to do the PhD. Nowadays, universities are demanding degrees But the main goal, or I would say the imagination, your explorational personality, that triggers you to do the PhD. So, and for me, yes, I got the funding, and I was lucky enough that I get the funding at that time. So I thought to explore the world from my own point of view. Like, yes, research is you are modulating the already existing things. So yeah, I believe so that explorational personality triggers me to go for research.
Okay, so in terms of your research then, how did it actually benefit the wider community when you finished your research, or didn't it?
I was sitting with my supervisor, and my supervisor said that, do you know who is your audience?
Mm-hmm.
Who will read this thesis? And at that time, I was a student. I don't know what to answer. So he said to me, your thesis is being, in consideration by me, your examiner, the population you are targeting, and the whole world.
Yeah.
Okay, that whole world, how I am going to benefit them. Because, I would, over here, I will connect my research topic over. We are from developing countries. Right? I'm Pakistan. So we are facing different challenges. Like in Pakistan, we are having child labor, and on the job, people are being mistreated actually. There's certain human rights are not being adopted at SME levels. They're going through difficult situation, and at some level, they are not even being paid what they are doing actually. So that triggers me to find something like, how people are being mistreated. So there is one physical mistreatment, the violent verbal, but there is non-verbal mistreatment, like ostracism. People ignore you the way, you said earlier, that it's not like you are telling me that, yes, I'm not ignoring you. Or a person is saying that, already identifying, telling the other guy, yeah, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just busy with my work. But at your workplace, it happens that your boss ignores you. They challenge your existence on the job. So that was the one thing which I want to identify. What is the reaction of the people when they are being ostracized?
Yeah.
Definitely got them. They go into deviant behaviors. They are not psychologically well or healthy when they are being ostracized. So this is what I found. So my audience have a lot of knowledge from this work, because first of all, the community I am targeting is from developing nation. So the focus is these developing nation needs your help.
Yeah.
Okay, the higher authorities, UNO, WHO, then they really need their help at the moment. That, yeah, do something for us. We are being mistreated. So my contribution is for the practice theory. I consider it that I am extending the existing models. I'm extending the practical contribution in terms of like how managers should avoid these kind of situation, how they should encourage the employees to be friendly with each other. So I would say this was my one of the major reasons that I have targeted this population.
Okay, so just looking at it from a global perspective, a lot of governments at the moment, they're pushing for women to be treated better in the workplace. Based on your research, do you feel that even in this current day, governments and businesses, they themselves and the people at the top, they're not doing what they should be doing to ensure that there's equity for everybody in the workplace? What's your opinion on that?
Noma, I have a very clear and precise opinion about this thing.
Okay.
And that is that be liberal. Be liberal with each other. A woman is a human, a man is a human. There is no difference between them. What they are doing, they are being paid, yes, according to their services. according to their capabilities. And I'm realizing that world is going to the perfect side, that when now we are having the women as a leaders, and women, like, you know, they are presenting the society. I'm sure you are from Africa and you are presenting Africa on a channel, like you are a PhD and you are introducing the new concept for the PhD, that you're talking to them. And so the empowerment itself is going, but it's a slow process. It's going slowly, but I'm in favor of this thing, that yes, it should be consistent. Be consistent. So liberalism should be there in the society, and I support liberalism. Let people live and provide them the basic facilities. And women in all societies, they really need these things.
Okay. So I guess the next question is, you know, we know, as we've seen, you know, based on publications online, that, you know, there is a gender pay gap that still exists globally, be it in medicine, be it in manufacturing or in education. This has been publicly shared, and governments, again, they are trying their best. So what's your take on that? Because as you said, you know, I'm a woman, you're a man biologically, and we're set here, you know, what's your take when it comes to gender pay gaps? Because my take is, as you've just said, if you're working and you're doing amazing, you get paid. However, we know that certain individuals are paid way more, they get more bonuses than the other gender. What's your take on that?
Like, see, government should make the policies for the females, that there should be equality of the payroll, actually. Whatever man is getting, a woman should get the same thing. And for the same job, it is compulsory there. And women should do not sell themselves on a cheap price, be expensive. Tell the organizations, I'm not going to work with you if you're not going to pay equally. That's clear.
I've got bills to pay. How do I tell them?
Define the, become the entrepreneur. I'm like, you know, I have a research on women empowerment, and they are like entrepreneurs. And nowadays, see, the technology transition, and women are being, you know, fed with the latest knowledge, and now they are moving towards the entrepreneurs. I am seeing in the future, I am seeing a beautiful world where everyone is living with equality.
So in terms of your feedback then, the question was the payment gap. And you've rightly said that for women, you know, there's so much out there now, they can be entrepreneurs, to which I agree. However, if you've got bills to pay, and, you know, employment is the first thing that's available, what advice do you have for them? Because you can't go in and say, I'm worth, for example, $50,000 per year, and you're saying I'm worth 30. So no, I'm not taking it. And you know, you've got, you know, your bills to pay. What advice do you have for them?
At that place, you know, there is the role for government. They should make the policies, they should make the rules in which they can facilitate the females in terms of their payrolls. Actually, this payroll gap is creating a challenge for the current society, actually, because women are comparing this pay gap, and then what happens? They will strike down. They will not come to the industry, and then you are going to lose more. 1 week, if you close the industry, how you are going to run your business the next Monday? So the thing is that, government should participate in these things. They should ensure that industry, the people, the private organization, it's a government organizations are paying their female employees the same salary which the male employees are getting. So my stance on this thing always remain the same. Go find yourself, do something for yourself. Keep on doing something for yourself. So at the end of the day, nobody is going to control you. You can control your value, your money, etc.
No, thank you very much. I guess the next question that I'm going to move to is research roof. which is your business. Could you please take us through, what you do, what the aim is, and why you think it's very valuable for individuals who are thinking to go into research and those who are in research?
The idea behind this came to my mind when I look back to my start, the time when I started doing my PhD. So at that time, I usually go to the people and then ask, and there is a psychology which exists. That is, do not tell someone what they are doing, or the direct direction is not being given. I used to attend the workshop on literature review. They tell you the whole thing about conceptualization. Okay, and there was no direct path to start. That direct part to start is needed for right now is the need for the current students actually. What they don't start. You can go and attend 1,000 workshops, but you cannot be able to start when you're not being pushed to start. So Research Roof is actually giving the workshop, but pushing the students to start their work. Okay. The second thing which Research Roof is facilitating the young researchers, those who don't know. We are giving them direct knowledge. What is introduction? We are telling them this is how you can write the introduction. We are pushing them to start right. We give them the table of content, fill it. At least start it. Do not keep your idea in your brain. Okay. Yeah. And then the second thing which Research Roof is doing, actually, majority of our services are free. Like our trainings are free, consultancy is free. If there is any, the community-based workshops are free. The majority of the things which we are providing to the students are free. And we encourage them to contact us. Do not sit and get depressed. The PhD guy is depressed. Just he wants to know what is the research problem. And when they know that research problem, their topic is research problem. Okay, simply that your topic is your research problem. Why you are going here and there, So in that case, Research Roof, I got this idea 3 years ago, and I made the website and I started it. At first, we were doing in-person trainings, and then because of COVID-19, we are restricted. So I started doing it on Zoom, and these workshops are free, totally free for the PhDs around the globe. I'm telling it's free of cost. We are providing the certificates as well. Wow. And at the end of the workshop, you will be able to write that particular thing. Like, let's say it's on introduction. I'm sure you can write the introduction. Yeah. Okay. And other than that, we are facilitating the industry, the researchers, for making the grant proposals. We are encouraging, like, let's say, we are improving the grant proposal. We are improving the research article, because you may have encountered this thing. When you write the article, you don't want to read that.
No. No. Okay.
You don't want to read that. You think it's perfect. So you can take our services. We will read it for you. We will give you the comments. Here you are lacking. Similarly, analytical tools. Let's say, Noma, there are people who are weak in mathematics.
Yeah, that's me. I'm weak.
I'm sure. So when they are weak in mathematics, but they're very good in conceptualization. I connect the research with the idea, not doing it.
Yeah.
Okay. I am connecting it to the idea, like the way they are conceptualizing. But at the time of statistics, the modeling and all these things, go to the statisticians. Tell his help, because he will guide you the best way. Maybe you have encountered or not, but in the Asian region, we don't have research groups. Okay. People are individually working on their PhDs. Like they have a supervisor, under him there's a PhD. He's working on some task. So it's it's rare that they have research groups. Okay, in that case, what happened? The same guy is conceptualizing, the same guy is an editor, the same guy is a supervisor, the same guy is the analytical expert, the same guy is content expert. Wow. Do you believe that a person can have all these traits? No. A person is good in conceptualization, he will remain good in conceptualization, but you cannot compare all these things. Yeah, he should have a little bit of knowledge about that. So Research Roof is providing all these services like content editing, analytical tools, training, thesis supervision. And this is Noma, you may have heard about it before or not. This is the only service which Research Roof is providing in the whole world, that private thesis supervision. Yeah. Why? Because in some universities, students are scared to go to their supervisor because they think that they haven't written good. What they need someone who is at their level, who talk to them, who communicate with them, tell them it's right or wrong, okay? And encourage them. We are giving that private supervision service.
Wow.
Yeah, and with that, we have different, anything in the research comes, we are doing that.
That is unique, amazing, and so needed in terms of the research community. And what you're doing is amazing, if I can say. And the fact that it's global as well, it means that people will be able to get in contact with you. So all the details will be at the bottom, to get in contact, and hopefully, people can be helped in research, because like you've said, we've seen so many memes on Twitter whereby individuals feel like they can't communicate with their supervisor, or they don't have that relationship. And now they have Research Roof essentially to help them throughout their journey. So thank you so much for coming up with that, because I think that's really unique, and it's for free. That is even better. So thank you for that. So in terms of the next questions then, I've received a few questions from individuals that have watched PhD Hardtalk and they feel like they need some advice. So I guess the first question is the mental health, I would say, situation and pandemic in research, because as we've seen again on socials and also people writing in, they feel like universities don't do much for their mental health. They make it severe because you're constantly under pressure. You need to perform, you need to publish, you need to be available at all times. And so what's your advice to somebody that's going through that at the moment, who feels like universities, yes, it was great during the pandemic that you offered us mental health solutions, but we feel like it should be all the time, 24/7?
Noma, this is one of the major concerns for the PhD. Ask any PhD, he is going through some kind of depression. And in my every workshop, I give them advice: do not go into depression. Never let depression come even 1 inch near you. The thing is that in the newspaper, we may hear some kind of people are sacrificing their lives in terms of, when they are doing their PhDs. PhD is a wonderful thing in which you are going to explore. Do not select the topic which is you don't have interest with that topic. Do not go with the topic you don't have interest. Honestly, the first thing which I am telling you, that communicate with the people. Go around, move socially. Make your timetable. And Noma, from my life, I will tell you, the people who knows me in Malaysia, they knew that this guy is not working, but he has done his PhD. because I'm not showing people that I'm working hard. It's not your responsibility to show them that you're working hard.
Right.
Maintain your timetable. And to be very honest, for a PhD, I'm not talking about the lab work. Sometimes lab work, they have, 12 hours, 13 hours, they sit in front of the machines and they have to do. But other than when you're writing your thesis, the major phase of depression comes when you're writing. Exactly. So a human have 4 productive hours. Spend those productive hours on your writing, on your reading or reading thesis, okay? After that, do not go near to your laptop. Okay. The 4 hours, then those 4 hours, you are not going to use your mobile phone. You are not going to use any gadget. Your focus is on the research paper. Give 4 hours, write 1 paragraph or 2 paragraphs. Okay, that's enough of the day. Go out, go for exercise. During PhD, exercise and extracurricular activities are compulsory. Because if you stay in your room or in front of your laptop, you're not meeting with the people, it's for sure you're going to depression. So easiest way is make your timetable. Stick to that timetable, enjoy your life. Okay, let me tell you very easy. Let me depress you, by the way.
Okay, go on.
Okay. In 4 years, you're going to do your PhD. You are 31. You are going to be a PhD in 35. Yeah. Okay. These 4 years, you're missing the weddings, you're missing the birthdays, and birthday weddings will not come again. So better enjoy that one. Okay. These 5 years will never come back. So also life is along with tensions, We think there is no tension behind us. No, you have to live the life, enjoy the life along with the tensions. So do not let depression come near you. It will harm you. And the things which have no solution, they don't have solution. Tell yourself they don't have solution. Okay. The thing is, so do not depress.
No, I like that. Thank you. And I guess the next question is in regards to publications. Do you think it's fair that universities put so much pressure for us to publish in order for us to have a job? Or do you think they need to be a bit more lenient when you're still going through your research journey, essentially? What are your thoughts?
My opinion definitely would be the lenient side, okay, for the university. But on the other hand, look, when you're writing a thesis, that thesis will stay in library or in your laptop. But when you publish it, it will be for the whole world. So I encourage publication. Your work should be, and that will tell your own capability, what you have worked. If your work is not publishing, that means that it has some, something to improve. Okay. So what you can do, simply try publishing. And it should not be from the university side. It's a human's, own desire to publish. It should not be pushed, because university wants there's a fight within the universities and outside the university that who is number one. So that number one is making challenges for the new researchers, and that go publish. This pressure will give you what, and let me tell you the negative side of this thing is that in this pressure, people will start manipulating. They will stop considering the ethical value of the research. So universities should not do that, but yes, they should encourage them to publish, because your work in the laptop and in the library doesn't count. It is for the whole world. Let the whole world read what you have done in 5 years.
Now, I like that. Thank you. I guess I've got 3 more questions. In your opinion, again, going back to groundings in terms of foundation, do you think that going into higher education breaks the poverty cycle, and that it enables you to be able to travel freely in the sense of being offered a postdoc opportunity or a master's or a PhD, etc., globally? Or do you think, do you know what, it's not worth it anymore because of, you know, YouTube, we're on a YouTube platform, aren't we, or because of socials? What are your thoughts?
Over here, I would say that yes, now internationalization, you can see that when you, it's been decades that people are working on internationalization. And yes, definitely my opinion would be that yes, go globally. Yes, there are perks of being online and on the YouTube. Yeah, it is easy for those who cannot afford, they can learn from the YouTube, and they have the accessibility, and also the bodies which are, you know, which are holding these institutions, they should encourage going online as well. But I am also in favor of internationalization within the universities, and with the universities should collaborate with the other universities so that the student have a partial degree. They should do their last semester or second last semester to the other foreign university. This will actually, Noma, this will give you exposure. Just compare being a PhD on a casual level. I would say that compare yourself with the people who are not traveling. Okay, the thoughts you are having, they don't have.
Right.
So this is that yeah, both things. I would say that both things are important at the moment in this world, in the 2022. Both things matter a lot.
Okay. I guess, you know, one of the last questions is somebody who feels as if basically this is what they sent in, which is any words of encouragement for someone who wants to resign from their PhD. What words do you have to say for somebody who feels like, do you know what, I'm done, I don't want to do a PhD anymore, this is it?
I would, you know what, my encouragement is quite strict one. Okay, quite, you know, don't consider yourself weak that you can't do.
Yeah.
Okay, I would say that yes, you're human. Come on. Are you weak? If you're declaring yourself weak, then you are living. And for the PhD, it's a wonderful thing. Keep on doing. Take it as a hobby. When your hobby becomes your profession, you're living the life.
I agree with that sentiment, and I agree. I guess the final question is, in your opinion, do you think that PhD Hard Talk is benefiting researchers, institutions, and also the wider community in which we conduct our research? Or do you think, nah, it doesn't work? What's your opinion?
Honestly, Noma, I'm into this thing, like, you know, I am into research consultancy. Communication. PhDs are in, you know, they're hungry for communication. And you are providing them the platform in which you are communicating with the people around the world. You are bringing people from the different nations and they are telling their views about PhD. So I believe that this is one of a very good platform. I've encouraged people to follow you on the Instagram or subscribe her on the YouTube. Honestly, these 30 minutes would benefit you a lot. She's going to tell you a lot of hacks actually, okay, from around the world, because different minds are telling their story. And the PhD mind is a very big mind actually. So you are hearing that big mind for free of cost. And the way she asked me the earlier question on the YouTube. So go follow her, subscribe her. And I believe, Noma, you have a long run to go.
Thank you very much. And I guess the final thing to say is, if you're really interested in finding out a bit more about Research Roof, please follow the link below and get in contact. The sessions are free from a global perspective. You know, due to COVID-19, obviously at the moment, no face-to-face, but however, in the near future, maybe things will get back to how we knew the world as back in the day. Don't forget Project Dissemination to the World. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and actually watch the content, because I think it's amazing. And thank you so much for your time today, for sharing your wealth of knowledge to us as researchers. So thank you very much.
Elevated, now it's my time to shine. Yeah, let's